entertaining, folks. Ever since the cable 6 days, this station has always been able to take on, have different points of view from every direction of the community. It's one thing I'm really proud of, and we're getting ready to definitely have a night of it tonight. I can tell that, folks. If you would have been here in the studio 3 minutes before the show started, we've already had the back and forth. These two guys, I mean, do you like each other?
I have absolutely no respect for Johnny whatsoever, not as a human being and not as a preacher.
All right, Johnny?
I don't dislike anybody.
That's customary, isn't it? Phony, but, you know.
And we're going to talk about phony, all the stuff you've called everybody up here, and you'll never be back to this.
And you call people that call your station stupid, ignorant.
You've never heard me call anybody stupid.
Give me a break.
Now, see, that's why I brought my computer. I'll show everything I say about you.
No, you brought it because you're a sissy, and you're like your little sister.
Oh, is that it?
And it's your pacifier.
Oh, is that right?
You can't meet a person man on man. Real people sit down, if we have differences, we discuss our differences. You can't do that. You have to go, if they saw all the crap that you had to go through to hook up your little sister.
So you want to make fun of technology?
Well, you need technology. I don't.
Okay. Oh, you're saying you can operate in the world without technology? You're living in a tent, are you, Bob?
No, I have lived in a tent. Have you ever lived in a tent?
I've lived in a tent, yes, I have.
Have you ever served in the military?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever served anywhere?
Oh, you want to get back into the past? Go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about anything. Have you ever served Peace Corps, anything?
I've lived overseas for 7 years, yes.
What'd you do?
I worked as a missionary.
Spread your junk, right?
See, that's not respectable to you.
I don't have no respect for you.
But I'm saying I don't dislike you.
I have respect for people that serve their country. That's who I have respect for.
So everybody in the world, everybody in the United States who has to serve their country, you have no respect for.
No, there's lots of legitimate reasons. Okay, let me first start.
Oh, so you want to?
Let me start off first and just how we got to where we are today. A couple of weeks ago, this all started from Johnny's fanaticism. 2 weeks ago, I called you. I had heard and read somewhere where they'd been eliminating hell from the Bible. And at one time, it's my understanding, it was 535 times in the Bible. Now it's down to like 10 or so. And some scholars were saying eventually there'd be no mention of hell in the Bible. So you called Johnny Robinson. I hadn't said nothing to Johnny Robinson, not a thing in the world. You called Johnny Robinson. Immediately he launched his verbal attack on Bob Lawson, this and that. And then he did a whole show, Is Bob Lawson Credible? Here you got Johnny Robinson talking about somebody else being credible. And that's how we are here today. There's the initiator. There's the culprit, and he can whine the whine master. That's Johnny.
Okay, now here we have Bob. This is typical.
Okay.
On his broadcast, he took hours on end on me. I'll show it. Anything I want to show. Anything I'm going to say, I'm going to show.
Lie.
He gets on and he says that Johnny's like a little child. He says he started it. So I play a clip that shows him saying, "Deborah, you started it."
You got mad at Deborah too, remember? You called her on her show one day and confronted her.
Listen, it's nobody's secret that Deborah knows that I don't agree with her.
You don't agree with nobody.
And I don't come up to her and act like that I'm crazy about her to get back on the TV show. I pay for the time.
Since when did I? Now, see, there's another lie. There's another lie. I ran into Deborah at the mall.
Can I talk? You got to say your whole piece.
Well, you're going to have to start telling the truth. You've told 4 lies so far.
Now, did you say that that Jessica worked for the devil?
No.
Okay. Do you have a clip?
Sure, I have a clip.
Let me hear.
Why don't we just?
Well, do you? Okay, I don't know what. If I did, then I did.
Now we're going to change it, aren't we?
No, see, that's why I hate about.
How about we just do this? How about we just do this?
Well,
did you say? Just let me ask you a question.
Okay, but when I say things, when you say it, you know it's a lie. I didn't know that was a lie. If I did, I did. But if I don't know it's a lie, I didn't mean to tell a lie.
Is that selective amnesia, like you?
No, that's what you have. That's what you have.
Okay, well, do you want me to prove it? How about we just start with this? Let's just see if you'll be
And
consistent.
if it did, it was in a fit of anger.
Oh,
and I've said lots of things about Charles Rourke. I've said lots of things about you.
I haven't.
You're a liar. That's 5.
Okay. But see, we can prove what I say about you.
That's your pacifier. Play with your pacifier. People that like me are still going to like me after tonight.
Let's just test credibility.
All right, what I want you to do is make sure the clips don't go extended to 2 or 3 minutes. What do you got?
Okay, I do have one clip that is actually...
Can we go to the clip in question?
I just said I don't remember.
Now, Bobby, at first you didn't say it.
Well, I don't remember saying it. If Johnny's not going to go on there and make a bigger fool already of himself than he already does.
All right, let's see if he's got a clip.
I've said lots of things about people that I don't remember, and so have you.
Have y'all got sound?
I am, Johnny. I am. I will
that we can hear.
I am, not you.
All right, here we go.
You don't boss me. You don't tell me nothing. And I suggest you do get in my face one time, Johnny, because I would like that.
And I do say it like this. Besides, I ran into him one day coming out of Walmart in Eden. You know how you can tell when somebody... But they try to act like they don't. And if his wife hadn't been with him, I'd have forced him to speak to me. So that's a deceitful person right there. And the same with not taking...
Yes, and I agree with you too. And also, how is he not of the world when he's on Channel 18 that does advertise all these bad things?
All the things that he's belittling some of the other states.
Amnesia.
I said many times, don't tell me what I am, Johnny. I am. I will determine who and what.
But Johnny, Johnny, he has selective amnesia.
I said many, many times, don't tell me what I am, Johnny. I will determine who and what I am, not you. You don't boss me. You don't tell me nothing. And I suggest you do get in my face one time, Johnny, because I would like that.
And I do say it like it is. Besides, I ran into him one day coming out of Walmart in Eden. You know how you can tell when somebody... But they try to act like they don't. And if his wife hadn't been with him, I'd have forced him to speak to me. So that's a deceitful person right there. And the same with not taking...
Yes, and I agree with you too. And also, how is he not of the world when he is on Channel 18 that does advertise all these bad things?
All the things that he's belittling some of the other stations for, and everybody up there, as far as I know,
You said Jessica Robertson?
According to his law.
Did you say Jessica was a devil? What was...
Never in my life will I ever be a snivel.
This ain't your show, Johnny.
Faggot weenie like you. Never in my life. And that's what you are. And then he said you're supposed to be in control. I mean, how much control does he ever show? I mean, here's a guy, if you don't agree with
Welcome back here. All right, we've got a situation now. Johnny, here's your 2 minutes.
What was the last 5 minutes?
Well, that wasn't 5 minutes, Bob. That was only a few seconds.
Fumbling around don't count as time, huh?
And for somebody who's totally ignorant of all of the techniques that it takes to
name calling,
to bring up. Oh, we're going to talk about name calling.
Name calling.
So here's basically.
But
the real
you're a preacher.
Am I talking?
I'm a sinner.
Am I talking about
but
2
you
minutes?
told about 8 lies already.
How about you just hold up?
Let him have 2 minutes.
See, I sat here and let you tell how it all got started.
No, you
Yes, I
haven't.
did.
All right, let him have 2 minutes.
All right, here's basically what happened in the sense of how this portion got started.
Okay.
When Bob weighs in about Bible subjects, he's a person who has already said he doesn't know. It's kind of like a guy who says, I don't know anything about cars, but when you get ready to work on your car, he shows up with a wrench. Agnostic means I don't know. Then Bob gets on your show and begins to tell the audience about the Bible. Now, it wasn't personal. You just said you did.
6.
It wasn't personal.
6.
He tells that hell is not, some scholar says that hell's not going to be in the Bible. He says that hell's not in the original Bible.
7.
And so, and look at him like a child now. He can't be still while I have my 2 minutes. So basically what I was doing, rather than responding to Bob Lawson as a person, I'm responding to the words. And I don't take it personal. It's not personal. It's just simply that when a person espouses something false, I'm going to answer it.
Well, now, you've done a lot of shows on Bob, right? I mean,
I've done 2 shows on Bob.
No, you did 3 that I've seen in the last 2 weeks.
So, your point with Bob
is lie number 8.
You're willing to do this debate because you feel like that you want to point out what, Johnny?
I want to simply answer the ideas that Bob espouses in regard to, can we know there is a God? Can we trust the Bible? Is hell in the Greek text? You know, and I just wanted to show how, and I already said this on our broadcast, a person who says that hell is not in the original Greek, I mean, that is just, that shows complete ignorance. Greek is not English. Hell is an English word.
Let me prove you wrong right quick, okay? You said Sheol is the word.
I said hell.
And there's S-O-E-L.
Are we talking English or are we talking Hebrew?
That's Hebrew.
Okay, now what did you say, Bob?
I'm going to show you your ignorance about language. You know nothing about foreign language.
What did you
Sheol in Hebrew means grave. It does not mean hell. When it's translated and edited like the Bible is, things come out totally different than what they are in their native tongue. Sheol means grave. It means you're going to your grave, not going to hell. Okay. So that's your ignorance, not mine.
Okay. Fine. What you said, Bob, was you said if you go all the way back to the original Greek, you said hell is not even in the Greek. Hello, Greek is Greek, and hell is an English word.
And when you translate it, it don't come out as hell.
Oh, really?
You like foreign words.
Okay,
like most foreign countries. No, I'm not going to wait for you all night.
So
most foreign countries don't have curse words. Like the United States.
Hell is not a cuss word, Bob.
Well, how come when you do it on Charles' show, he said, okay, watch your language?
I don't know why he does that, but the word hell, English word hell, really means a covering.
If I were you, I would pray that there isn't a hell because you got a serious problem.
You're changing the subject. We were talking about you saying that
you
hell
made
is
a
not in the
fool out of
Greek.
yourself when you come on there and saying, and the way you do things, Johnny. Say,
are you changing the subject? Now we're going to talk about.
I just explained to you what you do, Johnny.
You haven't just explained to the community why you said hell, an English word, is not in a Greek New Testament.
I didn't say that. I said.
Oh, you didn't,
Johnny. You don't know what. Explain it to me. What does it mean in Greek? Tell me what Greek.
The Greek words are translated hell.
Mm-hmm. What is it? What is the Greek word for hell?
The Greek word for hell is, in different places, it might be Gehenna, which is a burning dump that is around the city of Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm. Well, that could be somebody's house on fire, right?
No.
You mean to tell me that you believe in the Bible? Well, I got a verse in here.
Are we changing it? Are we changing it?
No, I've already proved you wrong.
What did you prove?
Sheol, it means
Sheol is
grave.
Hebrew.
Grave, Grave.
Sheol is Hebrew, and it means.
And I will guarantee you that your other Greek words don't translate into hell.
What is hell?
H-E-L-L.
Do you even know what hell is?
You will find out.
What is the English
there is
word
no
hell?
such. As far as I'm concerned, there is no such thing as hell.
We're talking about the
No
translation.
loving God would put anybody in a pit of fiery hell. It's used for people like you to scare people into doing religion.
Okay, what's your religion that you're going to replace it with then?
I'm a man in search of his religion. You keep trying to twist it around.
So you don't know anything then?
I know plenty. Yeah,
So
I have an open mind. You have a closed mind. I have an open mind.
You're a devout.
I go to all kinds of churches.
Are you a devout agnostic?
You condemn every church.
Are you a devout agnostic?
I am what they call a weak agnostic.
All right, so you don't know anything. Is that what you're saying?
I know every.
Go ahead and say it. You know everything.
I know.
We heard you. You said you know everything.
You have to have an open mind, Johnny. Your mind is so totally
Questioning
closed.
everything is open?
When I go to different, I even been to your church. I've gone to all kinds of church.
I don't have a church.
No, I know. It's one of the real spiritual things, like it's God's church. Bull crap.
Thank you.
It's a bunch of crap, and you know it. And
Go ahead.
you can't fool nobody with your kindness or your sweetness and all. Everybody knows. Yeah, I bet you couldn't even get a job working at Walmart with your personality.
Oh, really?
You just throw a card at somebody and say, there, now you're going to hell.
We left argumentation and you started my character again. Stick with the subject, Bob.
Okay, what's the subject,
The
John?
subject was
Subject
hell.
of me being an agnostic.
That's right. And
okay,
an agnostic.
I go to all kinds of churches. Matter of fact,
Searching.
I've had 6 people call me since the last 2 days inviting me to come to their church, and I promised every one of them. Every time I keep my promises. If I promise you I'll come to your church, I'll come to your church.
Okay.
And people receive me well. And every church I go, I was received well in your church, and I liked the people in your church. They were very down to earth, very humble and loving.
Did they ask you for any money?
Unlike you. You passed the plate around the same as all the other churches.
Did they ask you for anything?
Your church was no different than any other.
Did they ask you for anything?
Your church was no different than any other church. No other church asked me for anything either.
Okay, then why'd you put money in?
They passed the plate around.
We took it from you.
No, they didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Show it. Show it.
I don't need to show it.
No, you're another lie. What's that, about 10?
I'll buy time.
About 10 already? I did not say you took my money.
Yes, you did.
Well,
You
if
said
I
I owed
give
you
it to
$20.
you, no, I didn't. I said,
Yes, you did.
I said if they don't take up money, then he owes me $20.
No, you told another guy too that he would never get any more money from me, and then you said that I owed you $20 and we took $20 from you. That's what you said.
Well, if you feel like you owe me, give it back to me.
I didn't ask you for anything. See,
no
we
other
don't
church.
ask for
There's
anything.
no church, John. That's such a ridiculous, childlike argument that it don't even make sense. There's no church in this. I've never been to a church where they asked me for money. I went to a church, Assembly of God, one of the most loving churches I've ever been in my life. It's one of my favorite churches, Pastor Nunley. The man is filled with love and concern.
All right.
All the things that you aren't, Johnny.
Can I ask you this? Can I ask you this?
Certainly.
All right. So when you go in, do you investigate their doctrines, or you just take it on the emotion?
Well, how would I know if I'm searching for my spirituality?
That's a simple question. I just want to know, do
All
you?
your questions are simple, Johnny. All your
Is
questions
this one
are
over your
simple.
head? How about answer it?
No, there's nothing. There's
Just
nothing.
answer it.
You're not likely to say anything that's
I
going to go
just
over my
wanna
head.
ask you a
I know
question.
enough about the Bible to where I know what I'm looking for.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you examine Nunley versus, you said Mark Price. You went to Mark Price's church.
I like Mark Price.
Okay, now here's what I'm asking you. Did you know that Mark Price says everybody who doesn't believe Jesus only is going to hell?
Well, if that's what he believes, that's what he believes.
Now,
does he go around condemning all pastors, all churches, sentencing everybody to hell?
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
See, that's the thing I'm saying. You don't
I've
investigate.
never seen him. He don't have a show on here condemning everybody.
It doesn't matter if you've seen it, Bob. The question is it a fact? Can we just go to a fact here, Charles?
You condemn everybody to
Let
hell.
me just show how
There's
you
only
are.
gonna be 60 people
Let me
in
show you how
heaven.
you are. Now, he said, just for instance, we're just going to show this is not going to count in the sense of it's not going to doom anybody or whatever. It's just going to demonstrate how he is. He talks about my cheap suits, which doesn't bother me. I pay $20 for most of my suits anyway. They come from Goodwill. That's right. So it doesn't really matter. But here's the point. Here is Jude Law, and the headline says, Men's Fashion Trend for 2009. And Jude Law, it's funny, isn't it? But see, you can't
That's
admit that
amazing.
you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Oh, you're not?
You don't know fashion, Johnny. You do not know fashion.
All right, now watch this.
You're going to read something.
Here is.
I could have brought 20 of those telling you that they're
But
outdated.
you didn't. Tom
I don't
Cruise
need it.
is at his last film, Valkyrie, and it says 2009, 2010's key suit trends, double-breasted.
brother.
Now, you won't give in, will you?
No, because you're wrong. In the
I'm
fashion-
not. That's not me.
Look in the fashion world.
That's not
You
me.
showed me one movie star, one preacher
There he
beside
is.
herself.
There he is.
So one,
There it
you got
is.
one.
No,
But
that's
you got
two.
100 people in the
Oh, no,
room, and one
okay.
of them's got a double-breasted.
You said one. Now I'm showing two. There's Jude Law. You said no celebrity. Jude Law, 2009. Here comes Tom
Isn't
Cruise.
this something? We got
It
a pastor
is.
here arguing about
Wait.
wasting everybody's time.
Look at there.
Arguing
No
about a
politician.
suit.
No politician. There's your man.
Arguing about.
There's
so
your
you,
man.
You, there goes with your selective
There's
amnesia
your man.
again. So you got 90 that don't and 2 that do.
Okay, well, do you know two that don't?
That don't wear?
Yeah.
Well, you can pick anybody. I mean, just look at anybody. Look at me.
Oh, we
I'm
are
well-dressed.
looking. We're looking at somebody. This is a celebrity. You said no celebrity, so you can't admit anything, Bob.
You have proved nothing. You have nothing to prove, John. I mean, here you got this loving pastor.
I'm loving this.
That's more.
The whole
Sure
community
you
is
are.
watching him.
Sure you are. You
Compulsive.
Here's a guy
Compulsive.
that has a church that's supposed to be loving, warm, and he comes on a TV show and he wants to talk about suits. Isn't that something? That shows how obsessed this person is. It don't matter what you say to Johnny, he will go out and get obsessed, get a clip of it, and run all over the house. I can
But
just see him running all over the house. Oh, I got to
You know
do
what?
this. I
It
got to
was
do
just
that.
like that.
Sure it was.
Yes,
sure it was.
You know what? It was technology.
Well,
It's
Johnny,
technology.
You're going to believe what you're going to believe because everybody knows you're a closed-minded person.
What about you?
I'm not I'm open.
Well,
I
we're
go
sitting
to,
here showing you celebrities and politicians with double-breasted suits.
I didn't.
And you
Did I
can't
say,
admit. Yes,
did I
you
say that nobody wore a
You
double-breasted?
You told Charles exactly that no celebrities and no politicians.
Well, you
wear
did bring the point out.
Yeah, you sure
Well,
did.
okay, so you got 2 out
And
of
tomorrow
100.
night, tomorrow night's all mine, Bob.
Well,
And
who
you don't
cares?
Well, it seemed like you cared when you got on Bill's thing. You said, "Vengeance is
One
mine." Says
time
Bob Lawson.
over there, they had a show about Johnny, and then here we go with his obsessive compulsive
I'll
again.
be able to
One
show.
time, and that
I'll
was initiated because Johnny had called in and talking about Bill White
Are
going to
you
hell.
going to go on the record and say y'all only had one show about me?
That's all I ever had on my show was
What
one
about
show.
the one when you read the letter, open letter to Johnny?
I didn't do that. Bill White did that.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't read an open letter to Johnny Robertson?
I don't recall it.
Selective amnesia.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, good.
All right, we'll take a break.
One show is all I ever did, and that was because you made a fool out of yourself by condemning Bill White to go to hell. And you talking about forgetting things that happened years ago. How long ago when that happened to Bill? You got selective amnesia.
forget
We'll take
that.
a break. Lawson versus Robertson will continue after this. You can watch it on MartinsvilleCityNews.com right now. The big fabric sale continues at Patrick Henry Mall. Get drapery and upholstery from $1 to $4 a yard. The big fabric sale, Patrick Henry Mall. It's got the women talking. Looking for a new or used car or truck? AutosByNelson.com is your one-stop shop for any make or model. Cars, trucks, from sporty coupes to crew cabs, 4x4s. They've got them all at AutosByNelson.com. Need an efficient gas sipper or electric sedan? You can find them all at AutosByNelson.com. Classic cars to commercial vehicles. How much is your trade-in worth? Find out at AutosByNelson.com. Your home for online auto shopping and more. It's AutosByNelson.com.
When only the best will do, call Daniels Auto Glass. They specialize in customer service and satisfaction with all glass work guaranteed for life. They offer free quotes, handle foreign or domestic, new, classic, and even antique cars and trucks, including residential and commercial applications. And here's something you won't find elsewhere: full mobile service. That's right, Daniels Auto Glass will come to you and even let you watch them install your new auto glass at your very own home. All insurance claims are welcome. You have the right to say where the work is done, so choose the very best. Choose Daniels Auto Glass. It's easy to find Daniels Auto Glass. Just go through Collinsville, take the 220 North exit as if you're going to Roanoke, pass by the new Red Birch Bojangles convenience store, continue on up the road past Sissy's Flea Market and B99. They're at the corner of Fork Mountain Road and Highway 220, right across the road from the Lucky 2 convenience store.
And only the best will do. Call Daniels Auto Glass.
If you don't want to pay full price for furniture and accessories in the Roanoke Valley, then you'll need to shop at MLC and Tanglewood Mall, where they've got lamps, pictures, mirrors, tables, clocks, and accessories, all under one roof with incredible pricing. Now take 25% off the entire inventory of MLC and the Tanglewood Mall, where the deals just keep coming. MLC is located on the lower level of the Tanglewood Mall. And remember, nobody beats the prices at MLC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Martinsville and Henry County Bailout Plan.
Here at Milner's Bail Bonding, we got the original bailout plan. With our bailout plan, we can bail you out without a doubt.
To find out more about the bailout plan, call me here at Milner Bail Bonding, 276-632-3799.
Here at Milner's Bail Bonding, if you have a friend or loved one who needs to be free, remember, we got the key. Don't forget, at Milner's Bail Bonding, we got the original bailout. We can bail you out without a doubt.
Milner's Bail Bond, 24/7, located at 109 Franklin Street in Martinsville, and they do take Master and Visa cards.
Hi, my name is Melinda Baker Morris. I'm a nurse with the National Counseling Group. The National Counseling Group is a private, progressive company providing mental health and substance abuse services to thousands of children, families, and adults throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. We most recently opened our 12th office right here in Martinsville. We are conveniently located at 33 Ellsworth Street. We are a licensed Medicaid provider of intensive in-home services and mental health support services. These services are free for qualified Medicaid beneficiaries. If you, someone you know, or your child suffers from an emotional problem, a behavioral problem, has difficulty in school, or has a psychiatric illness, please give us a call for a free telephone consultation. We can help. Our number is 1-276-638-8000.
The major construction at Hines Funeral Service is complete.
We completed this place September 13th, 2008. A drastic improvement in business. We are now averaging rate of 10 services a month. We have the facility now that we can accommodate chapel services, and it has been received very well by the community. You know, but when they walk in our chapel now, it's just like, it's an awe. From a percentage point, we put on 3,500 square feet. It went from a chapel seating of 100 to right at now 210 with an overflow of 250. We are still Hines Funeral Services, that we're still large enough to serve you, yet small enough to care.
Are all automobile repair shops the same? No. Autotech is the only repair shop that offers high quality, honest automobile repair service that you can trust with fast, friendly service. Hi, I'm Eric, the owner of Autotech. Let me introduce you to my family. This is my little girl, Haley, and my wife, Stephanie. Let our family take care of yours. Autotech, quality auto repair at a decent price.
Consul Bistro is where you're always welcome. Be sure and come by and check our daily specials.
On Monday and Wednesday, kids eat free with purchase a drink. On Tuesdays, appetizers are $5. On Thursday, get a wrap for just $5. And on Friday and Saturday, it's the ribeye special. Just $13.95 for a ribeye. It's delicious. And on Sunday, get a sandwich meal for just $5. The breakfast special is back. 2 eggs, bacon or sausage, grits and toast, just $2.59. Incredible.
Consul Bistro, where you're always welcome.
It's Collinsville Bistro and Colony Plaza in the center of Collinsville.
Experience the incredible world of microbes in 3D at the Virginia Museum of Natural History in Martinsville. Discover the mysterious universe of microbes and the effects on our health, even our existence. This is a great interactive, hands-on exhibit with video games and dazzling special effects. Microbes, Invisible Invaders, Amazing Allies is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. until September 12th. For more information, go to vmnh.net or call the Virginia Museum of Natural History 276-634-4141.
All right, when we left for the commercial break, we were talking about what show you'd been on, how many times you talked about Johnny on a show at YAT.
One time's all I ever recall talking about Johnny, and that was initiated by him again. Johnny initiates everything. He had called Bill White's show and said, telling him he couldn't go to heaven because he remarried and on, as if Johnny has that kind of power. Right, let's get to the credibility thing.
All right, he wants to show a clip.
All right, so now when we left, he said, no, I didn't read an open letter to Johnny.
It's Thursday night, and this is Talk of the Town. As you all know, my name is Bob Lawson, and I'll be your host for the next hour. I apologize to some of my viewers for last week. I was unable to make it. Last couple of weeks have been a little bit rough. I had my gallbladder removed and had a few minor complications, but everything seems to be working fine now, so hopefully I'll be regaining the weight that I lost and all that, but I'm feeling pretty good now. So anyway, I apologize for not being here last week, but everything's good to go now. We had there's one thing I want to talk about. Normally, I would not ever want my show to be reduced to a level of he said, she said, they said, personal arguments with different people in the community. Tonight I'm going to make an exception simply because this person has made an issue out of it himself. And I'd like to start off by first reading you a letter. This is an open letter to Johnny Robertson.
I did, Johnny. Obviously I did. And
now you want me to show another?
No, it's my turn. It's my turn, Johnny. You've had the last 10 minutes.
But he's pointed out something.
Well, I've answered his question. I didn't remember it, but I guarantee you I agree with everything that I read.
Would that be a falsehood or would that be a lie?
No, that would be something I didn't remember.
You don't remember anything, do you?
I remember lots, Johnny.
And you said during the commercial, what am I because I have a good memory?
Well, your memory don't have anything to do.
Am I?
You're stupid to begin with.
Oh, because I have a good memory.
No,
What did you say?
Is that your memory, Johnny?
What did you say?
Your pacifier is your memory?
What did you say? I have a good memory, and I can remember what's on my computer. What did you say I was?
I have no. Remind me.
Yeah, obsessive compulsive.
You are obsessive.
So everybody
the number one word that everybody says about you is you are an obsessive person. I want to get to credibility, okay? This is all right. All right, Johnny.
Is he about to take some time or something?
Yes, I am taking time. You've had the last 10 minutes. This is credibility.
Really? I had 10 minutes.
Shut up while I talk.
I had 10 minutes by myself.
Can you do jury duty?
Did I?
This is about credibility.
Okay.
He ran the whole show on credibility.
Right.
Can you do jury duty? I don't want you to answer.
30 years ago.
I don't want to answer. No, I don't want you to answer because you take up all my time. I'm just
past 30 years ago.
Well,
okay. I have never
ask a question. You got to let him answer.
That's right.
No. I'm reading this.
Oh, this your stipulation?
I'm reading
Is this your stipulation?
I have never been fired from a job. I have great credit. I don't have a criminal record. I vote every election. I serve my country honorably. Never been kicked out of a church. I have a long history of helping people, especially children in need. I have been a success at everything that I've ever tried. The vast number of people that I encounter like me, never been kicked from a museum. I do believe that miracles can happen, and I have witnessed some. I believe that all people have a right to think and believe as they choose. Have you ever did anything of a charitable nature, Johnny? I have self-confidence and never feel the need to bring others down in order to build up my own ego. By the way, I've already covered that part. I'll let you talk about that, and then I got another page on that also.
Right, let him respond.
Okay. Now, some part of what you asked stems from my past.
You don't have to go into that.
I know I don't, but see, the only reason I would answer negatively to any of those things that you said would have to do with my past, like jury duty and voting. Now, can we play Bob while we're at it, talking about how he has different standards for different places? This is his statement about Ted Kennedy and the people who bring up Ted Kennedy's past 30 years ago.
Aren't we going back 30 years ago then, are we?
I was 30 years ago when I had my criminal past.
Okay, but I bet it ain't exactly the way you said it was.
No, he killed somebody.
I know all about Chappaquiddick. I'm very aware.
So what is different now? Tell the community what's different.
Well, nothing. That was 30 years ago or whatever.
Okay, mine was 30 years ago. So what's the difference? Why are you bringing mine up?
I haven't brought it up. You brought it up.
Oh, really?
Right. You brought it up.
You're the one who brought it up. I'll have to buy time to show that. Everybody in the community, remember this. Mark this down in your memory.
Wait a minute. You're the guy that keeps throwing up. You threatened to smack Charles. You keep going back.
That's your present.
Oh,
we're talking 30 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. So it's a matter of if it's over how many days does it count to be a
Did you say just about an hour ago you had hit me in the back of the head in a sports?
No, I did not. I said I would love to have him in a boxing ring.
And you'd do what?
I said I would probably.
And you do what?
I said he's so cowardly I'd have to hit him in the back of the head because that would be the only acceptable place.
Okay, so still today you wished I'd get in your face. That's what you said. I played that.
I do.
Okay, now watch this. Watch this.
You're smarter than that.
Watch this. Watch this. I know that you said you would like for me to get in your face.
Well,
wait, just wait. Let me talk.
You said you can do anything.
No, you get to read your whole thing, and I can't even ask you a question.
It lasted 1 minute.
Okay. Now, I heard you say you would love for me to get in your face.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I love
then you say that I was deceitful for not coming over and talking to you or whatever at Walmart. Now, if I know a person wants me to get in their face and they're begging for it,
I heard this excuse.
Why would I come up to you in Walmart?
Because that's a phony excuse. You getting out of a lie. You knew that you saw me, and you knew that I had busted you on that.
Oh,
so
busted
you had to make up a phony.
What does that mean?
You had to look up.
What are we talking about?
You had to
Busted me
make
on
up
what?
a phony excuse like, well, I was afraid he would hit me. I was grinning at you all the time while you're going like that. Because a real man wouldn't do that. A real man would look at me and say, "Hey, Bob."
I'm looking at you now.
Well, okay.
So what's
what?
the big deal? I mean, you're not anything, Bob.
So
you're not scary.
You're a phony.
No, basically.
Why was you afraid of me? Have I ever really hurt you or did anything?
Look, this is a lifestyle that I live.
Yeah.
I don't threaten people.
You should be ashamed of it.
I don't threaten people.
No, you just send people to hell.
I don't threaten people.
That's different. It's better to threaten somebody.
I don't threaten
send them
people.
to hell is better.
And when I know that people have threatened me, I go ahead and give them room.
Where did I threaten you? Because I said you get in my face?
You'd
if you don't get in my
love for
face,
me to get in your face, you said.
Well, okay. Well, how's that a threat? If you don't get in my face, it can't be a
Okay,
threat.
let's go back to our clip.
You said
Can we
when
at
you
least
was at
play the clip?
museum that you had a right to go anywhere and do anywhere and say anything you want. I said you don't do that in my face. That'll prove
No, that's not what you said. You said, why don't you bring your cameras over to our house?
Why don't you?
Okay, now let's just get to people's mindset now. Is us having a camera
Now, I got to read one little
can I say
page and
this?
he's been ranting
I'm
now.
just asking you a question. You get to say something and I'll
Let's focus
wait.
to the clip, if we could.
Okay, here's Ted Kennedy.
The clip.
Knocking Ted Kennedy now that's in the hospital, saying all kinds of outlandish things about him and all. And sure, he did things that was wrong way back then, but a lot of people have. But the only thing it would take for the Republicans to like Ted Kennedy, knocking Ted Kennedy now that's in the hospital, saying all kinds of outlandish things about him and all. And sure, he did things that was wrong way back then, but a lot of people have.
Double standard.
Where is that bet? I think that's every clip you showed so far just remind me on how good I was when I was over there. I miss doing that, I really do, because I had so many friends.
Let's draw you back to the subject.
All the time.
Let's come back to the subject.
Where did I say what you said I said?
Back to the subject.
Where did I say what you said?
You didn't hear yourself say that we shouldn't talk about Ted Kennedy, what he did 30 years ago.
Exactly right.
Okay, my crime was 1978. How's your math?
It don't matter, Johnny.
It doesn't matter. So you have a double standard.
So if you and I are arguing with each other,
you just told the
I'm not
community.
arguing with. I'm not debating
You just
with Ted
told
Kennedy.
the community it doesn't matter. You will give Ted Kennedy a pass.
Okay, Johnny, your past doesn't matter, but you're the one that brought it up tonight.
No, you did.
You brought it up.
No, you did.
You brought it up.
No.
I didn't say Johnny
I
served
said
time for
in the
armed robbery
present.
in Texas, did I?
In the present, you have said you'd like for me to get in your face.
And
You
how is
said,
that?
just hold it. You said you'd like to slap Charles. Now, we're talking about your behavior now.
And the biggest complaint I ever got around the whole community, the biggest complaint that was ever told me and said it is because the only thing that they wish I would have did would follow through. That made me more famous than anything I ever did. I'm sorry, Charles. Sorry, Charles, but that's the truth.
But at the same point, now, Bob, is that a good thing to do?
You're sitting here throwing toilet paper on me. You have what's caught back there?
No, wait a minute. It was somebody else
yelling insults and all this kind of stuff, and I'm sitting here. Johnny can't even take nothing. How about doing his show and throw a little toilet paper on him and have people in the back room calling insults? I had a guest on here that you guys totally humiliated, Dr. May, on and on and on.
So
you
you're
guys
basically giving excuses as to why you started acting like that in the present.
It's not an act. It wasn't an act.
Okay.
I
Now,
put
I have
Charles
that
in his
stuff.
place. Charles was asking for it. There's
Okay.
consequences for your actions,
Okay,
Johnny.
what are they? And what standard are you using, Bob? You don't use the Bible, so what standard? There's no hell. What rules do you really get? How is it that you determine who's misbehaving? Would you tell the community that?
Well, that's an individual thing, isn't it, Johnny?
Is
Same as like which religion I go to.
It is
you
an
sit
individual
there and
thing?
condemn. Let me ask you this:
didn't answer that question,
you preach
did
a sermon one time
You didn't answer that
condemned
question.
because there was music at a
You didn't
funeral
want to answer
that
that
you
question.
sent everybody to hell?
You didn't want to answer that question.
What's the question, Johnny?
The question was.
I get to determine what. I'm an individual. If you walk in my house, you're going to get
We're not
hurt.
talking about your house. We're talking about at the studio where you wished you to follow through and slap Charles.
Okay.
How do you determine what's wrong?
How does he determine?
We're talking about you, Bob.
When you step over the line, Johnny, I'm a street man. When you step over the line, there's consequences.
Oh, really?
You get in my face, there's consequences.
Okay, now.
You come to my house, there's consequences.
These are Bob Lawson's rules.
No,
laws.
those are everybody's rules.
Really?
You betcha.
Really?
You
Now,
betcha.
okay, so if I come to your house, you're saying what can you do?
You come in my house.
I said come to your house. What if I come to your house?
I'd speak to you like I would anybody
Okay.
else.
All right, so
But don't come to my house telling me you got a freedom to do this and a right to do this when you deprive everybody else of their freedoms and rights.
all right, but when we're at the studio, do you think you have a right to slap somebody?
Whose rights is he deprived?
when he cuts people off on his show and then talks about them and don't take calls and you preach one thing and then you do another. But if I'm wherever I am on this earth, if somebody gets in my face, they are subject for the consequences.
What's getting in your face?
You get up in my face and start belligerent me or making me feel less than a man, there's consequences
But there
for
would
that.
be laws that would protect.
Well, then let the laws take care of it.
In other words, if you hit somebody and you assault
But nobody
somebody,
did. See, you're off on this.
You were on this big thing about you wished you would have gone on through. Everybody wanted you to follow through.
I still wish you would, Johnny, because I would love for you to do that.
You would like to slap Charles, is what you said.
No, I like Charles, actually.
Oh, really? You're such a phony. You said he's a faggot.
I was mad and I said that. You're exactly right.
Oh, so that wasn't real, was it?
So we all know what was said, Johnny. Okay. I mean, this is not a revelation here. We all know what was said. That show was the most popular show ever shown
and you
in
said
Martinsville,
that Jessica,
Henry County.
Did you say Jessica worked for the devil or not? We want to get that.
Obviously I did, if you got it on there.
Good.
And that's what that's the number one thing around here in this town, that say people that work here, they work for the devil. That's what they say.
Okay.
People in
you
this
couldn't wait
town.
to get back
and
up
I'm
here.
talking about for the highest
couldn't wait to get back up here.
I didn't. Charles asked me, Johnny. See, again, you're lying.
Okay.
You don't have your information.
Did you have to come? You lowered yourself to
Did
this.
I lower myself, Johnny?
I don't know. That's what you said.
I'm having a great time.
You said everybody up here.
I'm showing you up for the phony that you are.
You said everybody up here was felons, adulterers. Is that not right?
That's probably
and
true.
didn't you say, I'll never come on that hill again?
I think I did say that.
I think you did too.
Yeah. So what?
So I'm saying,
the people that like me
why
before I
is it
come
that
up
you
here,
have such a problem with me when you actually go against
why
all the
is it you have
standards?
such a problem with everybody in the community? You condemn everybody in Martinsville and Henry County to hell. You say that you even wrote a letter to the editor telling some lady that son just got killed in a car wreck that he was condemned to go to hell. Now, no real man would ever do that. You are a phony. There's not words low enough to describe a person that would sink to that level.
Okay. You know what the EMT said in the newspaper? She said the boy said he didn't know Jesus, and then he uttered an unintelligible prayer.
And how does that relate to you?
I listened to you. Uttered an unintelligible prayer, and then she pronounced him saved.
So how do you know?
All right, how do I know what?
How do you know he's not saved? Have you been dead and come back? Do you know?
Let's get
you
this
know
straight.
what actually happens after you die?
Let's get this straight.
No, you don't.
She said that
How
the
does that
boy
translate
said
into your problem?
The boy said, because here's what our community gets. This is the message you want our community to send. The community actually gets the message that you can die in those kind of circumstances, drunk, having all these difficult things as a teenager, and there's no consequences, Bob. So I, as a man of God, should sit by and let an EMT say that boy who told her he didn't know Jesus and uttered an unintelligible prayer went to heaven. Is that the message we want to send our teenagers?
And how does that relate to being Johnny's problems? How's that little Johnny's problem? I think I'm starting to discover where all those little Johnny jokes come from.
Okay, you said.
Johnny jokes.
Yeah, little Johnny did this, little Johnny did that, you know, the disruptive, mean behavior, bad jokes, on and on
Okay,
and on.
you said that I shouldn't counter that. Do I not have a right, as a believer, to counter something that I think is detrimental to this community?
Do you not have a right to offend, degrade, humiliate a woman that's suffering immensely from losing her child, and you're going to remind her that her son is going to hell?
Bob, offend. Is that your rule? Is that your standard? If it's offensive, I shouldn't get to say it.
No, most people have enough intelligence to know when to speak about something and
you
what
said
not.
it is offensive, so I shouldn't say it.
It is offensive.
Okay, is offensive your standard for not saying something?
It's the same as I don't tell you you're ugly.
Okay, you
I
say
can
there
think
is no
you're
hell.
ugly, but I wouldn't tell you
You don't
you're
believe
ugly.
there is a God. Now, you think that's not offensive?
I didn't say, I do believe that. I believe there's a power, but I don't know what it is, Johnny.
Before we take a commercial break, do you think he's ugly?
No, he's not ugly, but he's far from handsome.
I will be right back. Stay with us.
Just in time for back to school. Everything in the community storehouse is half off. Back to school clothes for your boys and your girls. That's right, half off of everything at the community storehouse, including clothes for back to work in great styles, and you know I shop here. That's right, I said it. Everything at the community storehouse is half off. You've got to come check it out. So come by the community storehouse, August 10th through the 22nd. And don't forget, the community storehouse is open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 3.
I've been waiting to tell you about Chris's Restaurant, located at 2468 Kings Mountain Road, close to the college and the industrial park. I'm telling you, they've got great home-cooked food, including...
We have real all-beef hot dogs. We have real mashed potatoes.
Get a meat and 2 vegetables for $4.99 plus tax. And they specialize in banana pudding and cobblers. Home-cooked food at drive-through prices for fast, friendly service at an affordable price. It's Chris's Restaurant, located at 2468 Kings Mountain Road.
Good. You know everybody knows cars cost less than Marshall, and they're faster too. At GR Chevrolet, we got a $20,000 pickup we can sell today, the 09, for only $16,900. Brand new 09 Buick LaCrosse was over $26,000. Today, $21,990. Brand new 09 Impala, loaded, $24,000 car. Today, $20,990. Brand new 09 Cobalt was $16,000. Today, we can sell it to you for $11,990. Only at GR Chevrolet.
Looking for a good pair of eyeglasses? Then go to the Sight Center, the best deal in eyewear in Henry County. The best products, backed by a 1-year, no question asked replacement warranty on all frames. The Sight Center offers prices lower than any competitor in Martinsville, including Walmart. Bring us a deal and we'll match it or beat it. Any day, anytime. Plus, you get to be examined by an excellent doctor of medicine, the eye surgeon, not just another eye doctor. Stop by and see Dr. Pierre Camgia and technician Tammy Crow for your best pair of eyeglasses yet. Made faster than anywhere else. Refer a friend and get a $5 rebate. Get a pair for your child for just $35. We partner with a starting place to offer free vision screening for children once a month at the mall. The Sight Center is your one-stop place for vision needs. The Sight Center, located at Family Pharmacy and Korean Medical Center on Brookdale Street. Call 666-2020. New to Martinsville and Henry County, it's the Castrol Express Lube, located right across the street from Liberty Fair Mall and Walgreens. They have a 40-point inspection, and they give you the results on the spot. They're open 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday and Saturday, open from 8 till 7 p.m., and on Friday from 8 to 5 p.m.
Changing the way service is given here in Henry County, we welcome you to try our new Castrol Express Lube across from Walgreens on Commonwealth Boulevard.
Remember, Castrol is more than just oil, it's liquid engineering.
Can you believe it? I'm shopping at the Community Storehouse. Check out these cute shoes, just $1.75. And at the Community Storehouse, they've got a great selection. Skirts in every size, separates, tops, and jackets. Who wants to pay full price for jeans? They've got them at the Community Storehouse. They've got the cutest baby clothes at Community Storehouse. They've got everything you need for the house at the Community Storehouse as well. Furniture, bedding, you name it. I'll see you here at the Community Storehouse at 210 Cleveland Avenue in Martinsville.
It's your home. You're proud to call it your own. At Ace, we feel the same way about our Ace brand products, manufactured and tested to the same standards as leading national brands. 12,000 different ways to save you money. All backed by a satisfaction guarantee, so you can feel proud. Ace brands, quality, value, and selection at Ace.
The helpful place.
Heritage Home Center is your connection to Ace, located at 1558 Ferrystone Park Highway in Stanleytown. Here it comes, another great deal from Domino's, the Domino's 555 deal. You get 3 medium one-topping pizzas. You get them for $5 each. You get a ginormous meal. You get them hot. You get them to your door. You got to order it online from Domino's. 2 convenient locations. Collinsville, call 647-7474. In Martinsville, it's 634-5050. When your trees are down, you need to call Squirrels Tree Service. They've been in the business for over 30 years. Quality work, fully insured. Call 627-9070 or on their cell phone 340-1458. Squirrels Tree Service.
Gentleman's Touch Natural Nail Clinic, located at 1821 Spruce Street in Druid Hills, Martinsville, Virginia, specializes in natural hand and foot care and a relaxing atmosphere. We repair the damage from artificial enhancements. No harsh odors, no chemicals, and we only use non-formaldehyde polishes. Get away and treat yourself to a relaxation and therapeutic pedicure. Bring your daughter, mother, sister, husband, or friend and enjoy the double pedicure experience. GT Natural Nails private parties for birthdays and other special occasions are wonderful gifts. Massage therapy is available for chair and table massages to de-stress and reduce tension. Open Tuesdays through Saturday, 9 to 6, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday, Monday by appointment only. Gentleman's Touch Natural Nail Clinic, 276-252-2785. Get there by going to Spruce Street and stop at 1821 Spruce Street, Druid Hills, Martinsville, Virginia. We repair the damage and make you look beautiful.
raise children and make them suffer and listen to that crap for the rest of their life.
Okay, we're back here.
I bet you
arguments
your
going
wife
on during the commercial break.
No, I've
and
never
they can
touched
still going
a
on right
woman in my
now.
life.
Okay, let me get y'all to silence down there. We talked about credibility. Johnny, your turn. What's
Now wait a minute. How come it's always Johnny's turn? He just got done a while ago with the reading the letter.
Let him have it.
Reading the letter, and well, Lord, he just got
wants
done.
to let you have another.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll just finish
fine.
up this one little page over here. How come nobody's hardly ever heard you pray, John? Do you pray? Do you?
Matthew 6 says that my prayers don't need to be in the open, Bob. I'd be condemned if I did, so I just go ahead and don't do it. I don't do it and open it.
When's the last time you ever exhibited a nice, warm, loving smile? You know, you're talking about credibility. Let me tell you some of the accomplishments that I've done, Johnny, and then you can tell me some of your accomplishments, okay?
Okay.
I won a baseball scholarship out of high school and played professional baseball, okay? I was on the all-Army baseball team. I won 3 national championships in softball. By the way, where's your flag, Johnny? Are you anti-American? I've never seen you wear a flag.
I thought he would bring that up.
Numerous accommodations and medals from the U.S. Army. You are more mindful of Jim Jones and David Koresh to me. And if a person needed any further proof about your sanity, that you now say that if there was a music played at a funeral, that they all go to hell. Do they, Johnny? If there's music played at a funeral, do they all go to hell?
I was kind of taking care of one of your accusations at a time. Where's my flag? Can we go up just a second?
Why ain't you got it on?
Can I have
Why
my turn?
don't you have it on?
Obama went for a whole year without wearing a flag. What does that mean?
Well, what does that got to do with you? You're always somewhere else. Stick with Johnny.
Here we go.
Stick inside yourself.
What is that? That's October of last year. And what's that on my lapel?
Well, then you've turned anti-American since then.
That is a flag.
It is a flag.
Okay, so you turned
and if you watch, I'll smile while we're at it.
It won't be genuine because you can't. That's the first sign of a person that's psychotic.
All right, now watch.
Is their inability to smile.
It's my turn.
Okay,
you think he's psychotic?
Give me, Johnny.
He is. Have you accused him of being psychotic?
Yeah, I think he's psycho.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now watch this. He asked me, had I ever worn a flag? Never seen
No, I
you wear a
didn't
flag.
say that. I said, where is your flag?
Okay,
are you anti-American?
No, you said,
I said, where's your flag? Are you anti-American?
I said, I don't think. You said, I don't think I've ever seen you with a flag. That's
Well, I don't think I have.
That's exactly why I had the
Is that a lie too, Johnny?
Okay. Did I wear a flag?
It looks like one, but I can't see it from here.
Okay, now here's your next thing. You said, why
I
aren't
wear
you wearing it
mine
now?
all the time.
Just a minute. You said, why aren't you wearing it now? And I said, Obama didn't wear one for a year.
So what?
Okay, well then so what?
I'm not talking to Obama.
Okay, but see, you have a double standard. That's
No,
what
I
we're
don't have a double standard. Now you're comparing yourself. Now, like if I said that, you say you're comparing yourself to Jesus. Are you comparing yourself to Obama?
Just a minute.
Are you?
All I'm saying is you said so what to Obama, but it's a big deal about me.
It is a big deal about you.
Is it a big deal about Obama?
No, not to me.
Okay, so see?
No, I ain't talking to Obama. No, I ain't talking to Obama. He wears a flag now.
Okay, but
you
for
don't
a year,
have one on now.
For a year, he didn't.
Well, he does now.
Okay, so
well,
what
where's
was
your
he?
forgiveness then?
Where's
your
I didn't
forgiveness?
say anything about it. This
have
is your
you
argument.
forgiven him for not wearing a flag?
This is your argument.
I tell you what,
we just demonstrated.
You're amazing where you think that you win something. You'll be losing like crazy, and you say it's like we did in Vietnam. We just quit and declared ourselves the winner.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You just say, well, I won that one.
Is this the best you can do? I demonstrate every time you try to say something. I bring a clip up.
Do you have a flag on, Johnny?
I don't have a flag on tonight.
Why don't you have a flag on, Johnny?
I didn't really know that it was something that determined anything about me if I didn't wear a flag everywhere I went.
It shows you're a patriot.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Everywhere you go, Charles.
Anytime I wear a suit.
Any way to pan
people
our
don't
audience?
put it on their shirt.
Really? Is this a Bob Lawson rule?
That's what this is for.
Did I miss this memo? Is this a Bob Lawson
rule?
rule?
You missed all the memos that show you in a bad light, Johnny. Okay. And most all of them do show you in a bad light.
So what, was Obama bad when he didn't have his?
I think he should have had it on, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
that's cool. I love it when Johnny, say, oh, like kind of, oh, never mind. But anyways, okay, can I go to questions? I got some questions for Johnny, okay?
All right, go ahead.
All right. Why does the Church of Christ insist that their name is spiritual when it cannot be found in the Bible? Church of God, I think, is in there 8 times.
Are you going to just stop and let me answer, or are you just going to keep going
to
the community?
Answer that one.
What Bible do you want to read the Church of Christ from?
They don't matter to me. Just read it.
How about the King James? So what do we do? What do we do with your question, though, once I read the Church of Christ?
Well, if you read it to me, then it's in there, Johnny.
Okay.
I'm just asking you a question.
All right.
Don't get so defensive.
I'm just wondering what
Settle
point.
down. Do you take medication? You do, don't you?
So we're talking about somebody settling down. You have been all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll let the people decide, right?
All right,
the
here we
people
go.
will be the deciders.
Here we go. Now, I want to know what's it going to demonstrate.
Bob, I got to ask on that one because that's the night you walked off. I asked you about medication.
No,
when
you go across the line and you start talking to a veteran about post-traumatic stress, Charles, you've gone too far. And you're lucky some post-traumatic stress victims, you'd be in the ground right now.
But why isn't it a fair question?
It's not a fair question.
Okay.
You have no earthly idea what that denotes, Charles. None whatsoever. So don't even go there
That's
now.
the Bob Lawson rule.
Don't even go there now. No, you wouldn't know because you're a draft dodger, and probably you're a draft dodger.
I wasn't even old enough to be in the draft.
There's always been people can join the Army.
Oh, and they dodged the draft if they
well,
didn't.
It could. I would suspect.
Okay,
in your
the
case,
community needs to know that if you didn't go to join up, you're a draft dodger. That's what you just said,
Johnny. I suspect the reason you. I suspect
not patriotic if you don't wear a flag.
Have you ever tried to join the military?
You're not patriotic if you don't wear a flag.
No, I never said that. See, you're putting words in my. I never said that. I know some of the most patriotic people in the world.
And you said that Obama should have.
He should have wore a flag, yeah.
Wow.
He's president of the United States. He should have wore a flag.
He wasn't president then.
Well, it don't matter whether he's president or not. He's running for the presidency. Oh, see, I love it when you do.
I do too. I love it when you basically
really phony.
Pass your opinion off on everybody.
And you come on here and defend wearing a flag when you ain't wearing one. Now, how hypocritical is that?
I didn't defend wearing a flag. The question was, have you ever worn a flag? October of last year, I showed it. How about you?
That wasn't the question. That was not the question.
Oh, really?
The question was, where is your flag?
No, that's not what the question was.
Okay, then just go on, Johnny. Read me what you got there. You know,
okay.
You're going to twist, bend, and distort everything.
Okay, but the thing is, Bob, when I show you the Church of Christ, what are you going to do? Are you going to back up and say you didn't know that? That was actually a
question.
charge?
It's a question somebody gave me to ask you.
All right, salute one another with a holy kiss. The churches of Christ salute you.
The churches of Christ.
Okay.
Okay. And how does that relate to your church over here? Don't you think
didn't ask me,
back in those days all the churches were maybe Church of Christ?
In those days.
But that's what it was.
In those
and
days,
then they all. Okay.
Are you a Bible scholar now?
Every major religion texts were written at the time when women regarded as little more than talking cattle. Why do some still do that today, and especially your church, Johnny? Did God hate women?
Okay, now let's take the question a little at a time. What are you affirming now?
Why do all your major religions degrade women and relegate them to the back row, and especially your church?
I have an answer for the major religions.
Okay, no. Okay, then answer your own.
Okay, for the Church of Christ.
Can women preach in your church?
Just a minute. Are you going to let me answer?
Well, you're just too slow, Johnny. You're going to have to keep up. I can't stop the class to keep up with little Johnny.
Let him answer.
All right. So the Bible says that the man is the head of the home. Is that degrading to a woman?
I believe that's degrading. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad the community gets to hear that.
I think all people are equal.
Okay. All right. So you actually do not believe
white, men and women are equal.
All I'm asking is it the case in your house that you were the head of the house or your wife was the head of the house?
My wife pretty much ran everything.
Okay.
But I was away for 21 years off and on back and forth.
All 4 wives?
Yeah. My last 3 was after I got out of service.
Okay. The
Not
Bible,
that it's any of your business.
Everybody, well, aren't we discussing things here?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
asking me
sure,
questions.
Johnny,
Okay.
I'm proud of all of them.
All of the persons out there in religion believe that the man is the head of the house, and they have no problem with that being chauvinistic.
Did God hate women?
That's not chauvinistic to be somebody to be in charge.
Can they preach in your church?
They can't be the head of the home, and likewise, all of those same religious people who accept the man as the head of the home, they then turn around and won't accept what God says about who is the head of the church. Now, that's consistency, Bob. That's all I'm saying. All of them don't have a problem.
Let me show you an inconsistency in your church. Okay. Women can teach Bible classes, right?
Right.
But they can't teach to the congregation.
They can't teach men Bible classes.
Oh, they can't?
No.
Oh, why? The men are too superior?
No, we happen to follow this book. And did you know until the 1940s, really, there weren't really any women teaching men in the major denomination? Did you know that, Bob? Did you know that?
I don't care. Is your church homophobic?
See,
is your church homophobic?
No.
What do you think about homosexuality?
I think homosexuality is a sin.
You do?
Yeah.
And what makes you think that? Don't you think that God, knowing that these people were going to be
born... Now, which God are we talking about?
Your God.
Okay, but...
Well, that's all one we can talk about is your God. So,
now, do you believe in this God? While we're having somebody ask some questions about...
Is he the same one that has crippled children born all over the place, dying, starvation, wars? Didn't he know that was going to happen? Why did he allow it to happen? Then he'd have to be an awful evil God, wouldn't he, Johnny?
Okay, here we go. Now, this is what I asked Bob during the break. Bob now is diminishing God. And,
no, I'm not.
Okay, do you believe that God is a loving God?
Whoever is your God, I don't like him.
Okay,
whoever is your God, I don't like him.
Well, did the all-powerful being create everybody?
I have no way of knowing. I got a Darwin thing right next here. I'll read that to you.
Well,
let's try to get to that because I'm going to show you.
Okay, can we go up?
You just take too much time. I'm going to get and read my stuff. I ain't got time for you. Your church is anti-Semitic too, isn't it?
Okay. I'm trying to play a clip, y'all, that Bob Lawson tells a woman who husband
I love
is
that.
divorced.
Yeah, play that one. I want to see
Okay.
it because I was proud of myself. I gave the lady great compassion.
Could you be quiet just a minute while I do this?
What do I have to be quiet for you to punch a button?
You've asked all the questions. Look at all those pages of questions you have.
Jesus Christ. Just punch the button. God, what a moron.
Would give me my beautiful little girl that I have now.
I agree. I think that God is a loving God, and I think a lot of people are going to find out that some of the things that they read are...
I gave the, you don't want to hear the good advice I gave the lady.
I want to hear the part where you said God is a loving God.
That's right.
Now, agnostic.
That's not your God.
Help us with agnosticism again.
Okay, I believe there's a God. I'm just not sure which one it is, Johnny.
That's not what you started out saying.
It's what I said. There's all power. Who is all powerful? Who besides God?
You started out saying.
Listen to me, Johnny. Who is all powerful if he ain't God?
That's basically what we do all through the show.
Who is all powerful?
Is you said that agnosticism.
If I say somebody is all powerful, would that be God?
Agnosticism means I don't know. Do you know or don't you know?
Agnostic. It doesn't. It means that I'm in search of my knowledge. You have already condemned yourself.
There's another word that means searching. Agnosticism, Bob. Do you know your words?
Is your church anti-Semitic?
Agnosticism.
I know agnostic.
The alpha negative before Gnostic means I don't know. Are you an agnostic? Do you not know, or do you not know your words?
Well, obviously, I'm in search, Johnny.
Why don't you say you're a searcher? Why don't you say you're a searcher?
If a person's in search, then he don't know what it is.
No, that's not necessarily. There's a lot of people who are searching.
You can rant and rave all night long. It ain't going to do you no good.
You told this woman you
don't tell me what I am. Who are you to tell me who I am?
We're asking, Bob. Don't get excited.
I had just told you who I am.
Don't get excited. We're simply asking
your church is also, I'm going to read the rest of this, I don't want to hear you. Your church is also anti-Semitic.
How many
churches have you been forced to leave? How many churches have you been forced to leave?
Can we just ask one question at a time?
No, these are not questions for you. I'm just questions I'm reading.
Okay. These are his